usually go out Friday. When I went out today, decided to come home early. I also meant to play this game on Tuesday, and just didn't. Been a weird week. Why? Fucking why? I literally pressed the key and it just didn't move me. I'm upset. I feel like I did that very well, and then at the end I just died. I think I messed up right near the end. Manipulated it pretty well before. Feeling confident about how good I was doing. God, potentially at my own. I don't know. I'm feeling less confident. A bad feeling to have at the beginning of the stream. through, but not making the smartest decisions. Oh, this is scary. I think this works. Drug moving this up more than helps. I'm just gonna have to hope. I'm wrong. I do feel like I'm getting better at this, though there's some days where I just like, it used to be sometimes I do it and sometimes I wouldn't. Now it's I get it every time or I never get it. At least, like, that's important. At least there are times where I can't get it. Dude! I hate dying through easy parts after surviving the tough ones. It just feels so much worse when it's like... Pointing to that part of the run and asked me if I thought I would die there. This stream, I would tell you probably no. I don't care how many times I die in runs, I don't think that's a place where I'll ever die. And I did. I mean, that's par and parcel, is that the phrase? Not for the course on shmups. So even the easy parts, you can just die. The line between life and death is very thin. Still feels bad. Thank you for it. Oh. Let's see how I'm doing with the noms. The last time I played, I think it was this one, it was the next, but I just like died to the same non basically every run. Which is not how I'd like it to go. The nons are tough, they just last so long. There isn't really like a strat that just fixes them. They're just dodge. Just be good at dodging. And certainly systemize the movement. Do a lot of dodge. In Toho 7, I think, a bunch of Rand's nons are they're like aimed at you, but like weirdly. There's like every 3rd, 7th, 11th, and 14th wave is aimed at you. You just know like what 5 times to tap. You can just like repeat that movement forever. And then everything else is just aimed away from you. Something like that. I guess the later nons are aimed at you, but that's like very obvious that they're aimed at you. I guess like all but the last 2 nons are just pure RNG and dodging. It is more compelling. way harder than I need to. It's fine. We survived, and that's the important thing. Yeah. I had to scratch myself and put my hand back on the keyboard. I put it in the wrong place. Holy crap. Did not mean to do that. Luckily, there's a huge bit of nothing at the beginning of this. Now is where the hard stuff starts. What the fuck was that? It was so thick. Dude, I just couldn't read that. Ugh. Give me a second. I'll go grab a water and I'll do a couple more tries. But that was like the first, run of the day that got, past the early resets. The first real run, and it was like a very good one. Getting the Rorschach is like a very good sign. Sorry about that. Let's try to get up, stretch, hydrate, go to the bathroom between every big run, because these runs do take a long time. Just want to make sure I'm not, 10 minutes into the next run and realize I gotta go. Like, I'm sure I could pause, but I feel like that detracts from the challenge a bit. I don't know. How do I phrase this? Like, certain what are words? Certain non-spells, I guess. Certain attacks, part of the difficulty of them is the length of them. So if I was like allowed to pause, it would make it significantly easier. Sometimes the repetitive movements during the non-spells, for instance, makes my wrists hurt a little. If I could pause and stretch it out, I feel like it would make it significantly easier. Maybe I should be doing that. It is about dodging and not, enduring pain or whatever. I just take the time between runs to stretch. It's not an issue. So. house. I shouldn't. Thank you for follow. 15 minutes ago, sorry about that. I don't have like alerts or anything. What? Okay. I guess that was good up until the last second. I didn't know that that was a thing that could happen. Like, she does move up at the end, but I thought that was just like a... I didn't think the bullet spawner would move up. I thought it was just like a visual thing. With like the, oh no, I'm defeated animation. Well, apparently we can die that way. That's never happened before column, and we'll take it out of that column because it has happened before now. Yeah, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I do kind of wish the layout of the stage were different. Not that stage decisions should be made in regards to making Pacifist more interesting, but first couple of spell cards are of Koishi's, and the first one of Zemoo are kind of very boring. It'd be welcome breaks if, you know, it was tough stuff before and after. Really. Since they're all like locked at the beginning, it just like takes forever to get into a real run. I thought that was let's just test something. That's too low. Way farther up than I think it is. I was gonna reset that anyway. Like if I die twice to Sun Eye, I'm not. I'm in sudden death mode, you know, it's not worth doing the run, but I'm fine accepting one death at Sun Eye. It's kind of it's not ideal, obviously. It's still definitely doable. I just feel like if I completely deathless the entire Koishi fight, I'd rather just have reset and got a perfect stage than continue to death to Sun Eye around, you know? Oh, I did not like that bullshit over there. Weird. A couple weeks ago, I felt like I was close to this. Now I kind of feel like I'm not that close. Maybe I just underestimated the difficulty of it. Maybe just good days versus bad days feel very different. I'm just gonna hope this works. I don't know. What moving would be. Maybe not moving. I am still a little low, so I'll try and move up. Is that way too early? Dude. Don't hug the bottom of the screen. This was the big mistake. Something about this attack, maybe it's the sound effect, deals mental damage to me. My head hurts basically every time it's going. Kind of need the sound effects playing for genetics of the subconscious. It's very important that I hear audio cues for that. And change the volume mid-run. I don't want to pause. I feel like once out loud, pausing, I should just pause a lot. Zemoo indeed. Can't actually see the picture that's on the stream right now, but I'm assuming it's. I've got a couple pictures that feature Fumos in the rotation. After all, who doesn't like Fumos? Deathless the rest of this, but technically a chance. Should maybe do a regular run up to Rorschach, just so I can practice the end. A couple lives. So if I die, at least continue the thing. least this non-spell is a little pleasant. Easy to see what's going on. Not that hard to move around. Not like constantly twitching. See a message out of the corner of my eye. Oh. I'd say not able to respond in the middle of this. I mean, that's how I expect this to go. This Rorschach is so tough. No, done it before, I'll do it again. Get a good run, come all together. Okay. I thought I could get out of that. Do some like screen work at the beginning. I don't think it would be helpful, but I probably could. Like obviously I could just dodge this first part a little bit better if I used a screen warp. It's also completely unnecessary. As is grazing the first part. Makes it a little less monotonous. Or maybe adding extra resets because sometimes I die while grazing. More monotonous. I think the trade-off is worth it. I like that the first 20 seconds of the run aren't completely boring. what I have to do. I don't know how much graze I get in normal run. Like when I'm going for like a no miss no bomb of this, I don't do this strat. I kind of, bruh. I kind of wonder if I get more or less for like the whole run. That was the one. What is it about that ending part that I'm struggling? It's not hard. I don't know why I keep dying. Ah. Sometimes there's just things you can't do on a given day. It doesn't have to be more mysterious than that. Just sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Now the first run got me kind of hopeful, but losing confidence. Well, there's always tomorrow. The day after that. Just because I can't get it today doesn't mean I'm not going to get it. I feel like I'm close enough now that I'm going to get it eventually. Just gotta keep putting in the time, putting in the effort. What if I should do a stream where like the whole stream is just dedicated to practicing the end? So like I'll just get runs through the beginning part by just shooting. And then Rorschach on, I'll just try to finish runs. Except Subterranean. So I'm not actually gonna sit through Subterranean rows on any run. It's not. Not a clear. It's not worth the time for. At least it's not a thing I need to practice. Rorschach, genetics, embers of love, wants to be a hated person, all these things I can probably use more practice on. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in the middle that I could use more practice on too. I got a run deathless past Rorschach, and if I could just like make sure that if I ever did that again, I clear. That's like, I think that's a good place to be. Not that I can ever really fully guarantee that, but I think I could come up with a strat for Embers. Just like a route. Like, I don't... You can't make it perfectly consistent, but you do control 80% of the movement in there. This doesn't look perfect. It's another one where it's close enough that moving would probably be more dangerous than helpful. The Deathless run just lost all the lives to Embers of Love. Dude. In a non-zero part of that was I had like a lag spike in my graphics card. Update it, like the thing popped up saying like, hey, you want to update your graphics card right now? It's like, no game, no computer, I'm in the middle of a game right now, kind of busy. Incredibly infuriating run of my life. Graphics card wants to just pause my computer for a second to tell me about itself. But it wasn't the run of my life, it was the run of my life so far. Get a better one. I do think it's very possible to get a no miss, no bomb pacifist. Just like a full, perfect clear. Nobody has to die. Nobody has to get hurt. It was like slightly off-center to the right. See, if I didn't tap up, I would have definitely died. Know that I'm safe. Dude, what the fuck is wrong? I just can't get past that. I feel like something's off. You know, always consistently slightly too far to the right and too far down. Like, usually you can survive slightly off center. Maybe I'm just getting really unlucky every time, and I was getting really lucky the other times before when I didn't die. But it doesn't feel like I'm doing that particularly wrong. Just keep... Yeah. Syllable staff. I wonder what those syllables are. Might be some like poetry thing. Haikus are 5, 7, 5 syllables. There's other kinds of Japanese poetry that are, you know, go up to 9 syllables, something like that. Dude. Oh, bros, it's so over. Oh, I just don't know how much more. Like, I just keep messing up the same part. It's not happening today. Oh. Thanks for watching. That's sort of how that goes. It's like some days I'm just good at that, and other days I'm not. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I am streaming now. I'd like to try and stream again tomorrow. Kind of. It doesn't have to be luck. So, well, I can't do it anymore because I've run out of... But if you're... So when you die, you respawn in the dead center, and you can just hold up and go into the center of this, or slightly below the center. And I've never gotten hit by the rice in the center. But if you're slightly off center, the rice, like, it is orange. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Oh, you can. It is slightly orangey where and how it spreads. So you can be, you know, very far to the right and just have all these, you know, things just miss you. They can just not hit you. They can go all around you, and that's kind of luck. But if you're like, if you have a good position, you shouldn't need luck. And you can always dodge. Like you are allowed to move a little bit, but if you move too much, the 5 points of this are gonna move as well. So if you move at all, not at all. You can move very slightly, but if you move more than you intended to, one of the things is just gonna hit the top of the screen, and then you're just gonna have to dodge a bunch of stuff, and it's like impossible. It's not impossible. It's very hard to get it back into orderly spread out where it's like hitting the sides like this. So, short answer, no. Long answer, everything I just said. Or it can be luck based, but on good days it doesn't come down to luck. Today, every single time I was slightly off to the right. I don't know. I just need to update my reference or what. I just wasn't able to adjust. But anyway. Long-winded way of saying this isn't always a problem today. Today it was. But anyway. I'm bad at ending streams, as you can tell. So, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go relax. How close have I've gotten Deathless past Rorschach, and I think I've gotten a run, like, total to Philosophy of a Hated Person. Or maybe it was Genetics. So I got a run past Embers. So that there's like Philosophy of a Hated Person, and then the final attack, which is the final attack in this is free. It is the easiest, one of the easiest attacks, because it gets harder based on the amount of damage you deal, and I don't deal damage, so I just, you know, I have to survive for 5 minutes, but it's very easy. So I feel like I could get a run that clears any day, but it just has to be a good day. But the problem is, like, even if I do get past the tough stuff, like Genetics of the Subconscious is pretty easy, but it can still kill me. Philosophy of a Hated Person, easy, no different than, I shouldn't say easy, it is hard, but it is no different than doing a regular run, because it's a timeout, but it can still kill me, so. I feel like the more I try to explain it, the more it sounds like I'm hoping, but I feel confident if I can get past Embers. But Embers is tough. So is Rorschach is the toughest one, I think, but that comes before Embers. They're both tough. So yeah, anyway. Maybe tomorrow I'll get it. Yeah. Like, I know I can do this. I'm past the point where, like, I'm not doubting that I can. I know that I can definitely, like, I've gotten everything in separate runs. I just gotta what's the words people say? Gotta lock in and just get it all at once. So, thanks for watching. See y'all whenever I see y'all. I might be back streaming later today, but it'll be a different game if I am. So, and maybe not.